Hello lovers, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello beautiful people. So today we're going to be talking about how to get a man to desire you. It's only 3 simple steps, and I promise you, once you really understand and grasp these, any man will want you. Okay? If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like, comment, share. There's a bell right there to let you know whenever I post important content like this. All right, let's get into this video. So the fastest way to get any man to desire you is self-respect. I know we hear this all the time. You know, Lauryn Hill even said, baby girl, respect is just the minimum. And it really is just the first step. Now, the subsection for that is creating boundaries. You have to set boundaries for men to be able to respect you. Now, just like children, men will try to test these boundaries. It's like when you were younger and you would try to put your finger in the socket. Some kids would try to put their finger in the socket, and the parents would say, don't do that. Don't put your finger in that socket. And then a little bit later, you come back and try to do it again. So that's actually the pleasure principle of the psyche, which is called the id. It's the I want, I need, the innate nature to push boundaries, right? Because there's none set. So what you do to instill them is to discipline or reward or reinforce them. So the behaviors that you actually want. So discipline the behaviors that you don't want to see in him, and then reward or reinforce the behaviors that you do want to see in him. Make sense? This is actually called operant conditioning, where we're reinforcing the behavior. So we're strengthening the likelihood of the desired outcome. Where women typically mess up is they believe in the scarcity model of love. I can go in depth into the different types of love in another video, but just let me define this one. So scarcity model means that there's only one person for me in the entire world. And where women really mess up is they think if they miss out on this person, they won't have anybody. Thus, we start making excuses for these people. And even try to fit people in our lives that we know have no business in our lives. Do you remember that toy that had the different shapes or whatever, and you would put the blocks in to match up the shape or whatever, and it'll go in the bucket? When we were younger and didn't know the shapes, we used to try to put the triangle in the circle and the circle in the square, you know, just trying to put something where it doesn't belong. But when we got older and we understood what the shapes meant, we were able to put the triangle with the triangle and the square with the square. Okay, stay with me. When you believe in the scarcity model, sometimes you try to make someone fit in your life that isn't for you. But the thing is, you have to know your worth and your value is more important than the validation that you seek. Okay, that is the only way this is gonna work. You have to know your true value, and it's an intrinsic value. It's God-given, so no man can validate who you are. Does that make sense? Your self-worth is greater than anything. If you lower your standards and put a triangle in a square, or a triangle in a circle, you will allow that person to break your boundaries or cross your boundaries. And then we have the nerve to make excuses for them. Oh, well, you know, it was just this one time, you know, but he loves me though, you know, it just slipped up. It can happen, you know, but he really, really loves me. Yeah, he crossed my boundaries. Yeah, he went over that girl's house. Yeah, you know, he's talking to someone else, but I love him. There is no quicker way to get a man to be turned off than to be predictable. If you allow him to continue to push your boundaries, because he heard you the first time when you told him what your boundaries were. But if you set up these boundaries and then he's allowed to do something, he'll keep trying to push it, and if you keep allowing him to push those boundaries, he'll think you'll stay with him no matter what. And guess what? You will, because you believe in that scarcity model, okay? So you can't be predictable. Don't be boring, okay? I get turned off easily if I get bored. So please do not be boring. Don't answer the phone on the first ring. Don't be readily available for him. Don't use emojis when texting. Be unpredictable. Don't show exactly how you feel. And stop giving it all away up front, okay? No one's going to respect that. No one. Don't let men trigger your emotions, okay? Stay centered. But that's about knowing who you are, okay? And not seeking validation from another person. Let his mind wander. Let him try to guess how you feel. Men like the challenge. Men like to chase. This is an innate nature. They're the masculine figure, okay? That's why they hunted. They like to chase. It is an innate nature. Men don't need anything easy. And if they need something easy, it's not you, okay? Now, I say reward the good behavior. I don't advise having sex early, but that's completely up to you. That's at your discretion. But be mindful, if that is their end game, and if you give that to them every time they get something right, what do they need to continue to pursue you for? Does that make sense? It's scientifically proven that men have this chemical called vasopressin. Vasopressin is their love chemical, which actually is stimulated or is released when they have commitment or boundaries or things of that sort. So that means sex won't help the situation unless there's already a commitment established. So following these rules, establishing that connection will have that man to desire you. We'll continue on this journey, Aquarian insight. Just hit my DMs or Insta message or whatever. I don't know the terminology these days. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer. This was sent in anonymously. So yeah. All right. Until next time, lovers. See ya.